How is everybody doing? Welcome back. This is the Higher Frequency, and I am your host, Mike Booth. We are on a live call with special guest Aaron Kagan and his mom, Lucy Kagan.
Hey.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, Mike. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, no problem. Long time. How you been?
Yeah, we've known each other for a very long time, and
yeah,
we've
20 years
moved
plus.
apart. So
yeah,
you're in the mainland. I'm in Hawaii.
How is Hawaii right now?
Oh, it's beautiful and sunny, and
as always,
I'm just so happy being here. And I wanna get someone else over here with me. I'm trying to find a woman that is wanting to come here and stay with me and help me physically, because I have no use of my hands or legs. So as you can imagine, I need a good amount of physical help.
Yeah.
So if anyone is interested, drop your email in the comments and we'll reach out to you.
Nice. So what all are you needing in detail? Like, how does that work out?
Well, I mean, as far as that goes, if you can imagine, I can't do anything. So I need help getting to like physical therapy and water therapy and stuff. And that can be paid through my medical.
So you're just needing help, like really transferring from like a wheelchair to chairs and different things like that. Okay, so like just a general overall assistant.
Yes, that's the physical aspect.
Okay.
But the more important thing is to find someone that I connect with, kind of.
Yeah.
And we'll have, a positive, relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I like that. That is cool. We will definitely try to do that. Let's reiterate that. So Aaron is looking for an assistant to help him with his daily needs. That's basically to transfer to and from wheelchair, to take him to appointments, basically just to be his overall assistant to help out.
Yeah, to go around in anywhere.
Right. So let's make sure that if you're signing up for this, if you want to drop your email in the comments, make sure that you've got a couple of things in check. One, you better have your attitude in check, because we will be checking to make sure, because Aaron is a great guy. We're going to make sure that we get you the best of the best. So if you want to see Hawaii, beautiful place. If you feel like
think this is feasible.
Yeah, if you feel like you would be a good fit, drop your email in there. We'll reach out to you, and that sounds awesome, man. What else have you been into? Like anything good been going on?
Well, I mean, Donald Trump just got elected. He's really shaking up the government. It's really cool what he's doing.
It is a lot. Okay,
I know.
What do you think? What do you think of all this, the Doge and everything that's going on right now?
I think it's incredible. I think we're so lucky that Harris didn't get elected, because she would not be doing anything of this sort.
She wouldn't be none of this. Absolutely not. Yeah.
None of this.
And this has been
Russia,
years coming, to be honest. This has been years and years coming. I've heard so many people get upset. They're like, I don't want this rich millionaire going through my personal data. I'm like, you don't even know who was going through your personal data before this. Like, why?
Exactly.
Why are you upset now that you know who it
is? Where are they?
Oh, man.
Where are they getting the data from?
It's
so funny.
It is weird. It's an interesting mix that I've seen right now. It's a lot of people who don't really want to admit that, we need to make these changes. And it's a lot of people who just seem like they're upset over, maybe they're getting money from these programs or of some sort, and that's why they're upset.
Well, they say when it involves your paycheck, you turn the other cheek.
Yep.
You act oblivious.
I mean, I know
when it involves.
I know a lot of shady stuff is going on in the government, and I'm really glad that somebody is finally acknowledging it. And I'm really interested to see how they do against the people that are in charge, like, senators and things like that, to see where all this
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
riches
really
are coming
interested.
from.
Did you hear what Trump said today?
What happened?
That he wants to go to Fort Knox and
Oh yeah.
see if all the gold is
No.
there.
He went, and it's missing an astronomical number. Hold on, I can pull that up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was yesterday.
Yep. Yeah. Apparently he went, and that was something that actually happened.
Yeah, it hasn't been audited in 50 years.
Yep.
I mean, that alone is incredible.
Let's see. Trump's talking
And
about
the
auditing
insane thing
Fort
is,
Knox. It might be a 750 billion to maneuver. Wow. So
that's
$750
incredible.
billion is up for. They don't know if it's in there, if it's not in there.
Yeah, so they didn't actually go there
So
yet.
no, yeah, they haven't went
But
there yet.
Trump said that they are. Like,
I
that
heard
is
the number.
plan.
I heard the number, the $750 billion. So that's why I thought they had already went. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, if they go in there and the gold's not
Right?
there, that's a big deal, because I have actually heard
And there's a bunch
stories.
of IOUs.
Just a bunch of
Can you
IOUs. Oh man, that's rough.
You remember the Bugs Bunny
Oh
with a bunch
man.
of IOUs?
Yep. Sorry, I got some extra stuff here. So
That's fun.
so
50 years, bro.
I know
Like, that's a long time.
that's so crazy. So like some of the stuff that I have heard as far as on that, um, the Twin Towers, before they went down, was the world's largest gold depository, and a lot of people don't know about that. They just think that the two Twin Towers went down. They don't know that the world's largest gold depository had disappeared as well. And you would think that when they did the cleanup for that you would have probably heard of all this, missing gold being found, but I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, gold doesn't burn.
It shouldn't. It should just melt, and it should still be right there. So you're talking the
Yeah.
world's largest gold depository probably should still be underneath that, and I don't think anyone ever heard any other thing of it. So it's interesting. I don't
Now
know.
let's not get canceled here.
Right. That's what I was about to say. I don't know if that's something that.
Yeah.
This is my show. I say whatever I
Freedom
want to.
Freedom of speech.
That's it. I have seen some crazy stuff, and I really think that.
Yeah.
I think it's time for some changes. It's time. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to be in a position where I talk crap about the government, but I will say that the American people are just tired of seeing their efforts go to vain. Like, just to nothing. If it's going to the places that it's supposed to go to, I don't think not a single person will ever speak up and say something is wrong here. But if it's going to,
well, I mean, they just uncovered. Uncovered these ridiculous contracts that are like 50 million, 100 million, 20 million.
Yeah,
like,
these are just the starting points.
Ridiculous programs.
Yeah, these are just the starting points. They said that there's some that you can't even trace because of the way that they put them in there. They didn't even log the money in, so there's no way to really trace it.
And Ukraine said, Ukraine said that they don't even know where half the money is that they were given.
Yeah, this is a joke. Like, that is
It's insane.
I would be hard pressed to see that this doesn't end up in somebody's death. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I would imagine that this is too much money. It's too much. It's too big And it's
Yeah.
going to come out. It's going to snowball out. And when it does, I mean, people are going to get hurt over this. I already know. I can already see where this is going and what's happening. It's rough. I don't see anything good coming from this for sure. Well, I mean, there will be good at the end of it, but as far as the people who are responsible for some of these, it's not going to be a good day for them for sure. They're going to be wishing they did not do this. So,
well, I mean, as Trump says, he wants to be a peacemaker. So hopefully he can make peace, end this ridiculous war.
Wars, yeah, couple of different wars on different fronts. So I'm really excited for that part, because that's the one thing that people can never say about Trump is he was never a warmonger. The last time that he was in office, he went the whole entire time, no problems. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's one thing that they can never say about him, is that he's a warmonger, because he never was. He had plenty of opportunities and chose the other way, and that says a lot to me. So we're at a point in life, and I think everyone will agree that the money isn't really the issue, because I mean, we can make money, you know what I mean? The country is a wealthy country, and it can do really well, and it can do really good things.
See, that's a misconception. That's a misconception, Mike.
You think so?
I'm sorry to say.
I don't think so, because
the money is broken.
The money is broken. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that with a healthy country that's running like it's supposed to be running, we can make and generate so much wealth so fast. It's astronomical how fast we can generate money if the world comes together. When we had situations like 9/11, different things like that like when COVID hit, we had the whole country came together and we put money together, and it was fast how quick we generated that cash. You know what I mean? Like it's
okay. 1.2 points actually.
Okay.
When the whole world comes together and produces things to produce wealth, that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When a government presses a button on a machine
that is totally fair. That's
spits out paper for free, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Our monetary,
that's a fair point.
Our banking system is broken.
It really is. It is. But see, this is what I'm saying. If it's running correctly and we get more of a time where people are kind of the checks and balances start to actually kick in and do what they're supposed to do, I think that we could make and generate quite a bit of money pretty quickly. I mean, I could see us doing really well, really fast, and getting out of,
Yeah, that's kind of what Trump's saying. We gotta get back to manufacturing and making stuff, not just printing out paper and exporting our inflation.
I agree 100%.
That's what's hurting all the savers of U.S. dollars. If you have a bank account and you're saving in U.S. dollars, that's who inflation hurts.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
and that's why Bitcoin is the answer. It's like a life raft on the Titanic.
As far as the Bitcoin, okay, so I like the idea of Bitcoin, and I love the idea of the blockchain and a lot of the things that come with it. What I'm afraid of is that there's certain parts of Bitcoin that are very mysterious that a lot of people don't want to talk about. So like Satoshi himself, right, is non-existent. So that, I mean, there is stories that this is
he decided.
I mean, you can
say
that.
Listen, disappear.
You can say that, but there is stories going around that he is a plant and that this is a governmental controlled experiment. I've heard a lot of different stories on this. So I don't know where I stand on this. The fact that the creator is not involved or not there kind of creeps me out a little bit. Just saying. Then you've got like the Haktua girl who tried to do her own coin, and it went belly up really quickly to show you that it can happen, that these can go down really fast. So it worries me a little bit.
Coins are completely different.
I agree.
Coins are completely different.
So
The fact that
I would
it's like
love
an
to.
immaculate conception. He
On what?
created it, let showed that it worked,
Oh, you're talking
released
about
it on the
Satoshi.
world,
Yeah.
yes, and then disappeared. He just chose to
Yeah, but I'm
disappear.
just saying that sounds like the story of the Avatar. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. I'm like, I don't know
Well,
what I feel
whether it's
about
here or
that.
not, the technology is what it is,
Just when the world needed
and
him, he
the
disappeared.
innovation, the innovation here
The
is that
innovation
he
is
invented.
amazing. Yeah, that part is amazing. Like
No,
the whole idea of the blockchain is fantastic. I'm not going to take anything away from it. I'm just
no,
saying I'm a little
it's
worried
not
about it. That's
even
all.
that. It's the invention of absolute scarcity.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Never
saying. Yeah,
been available to humans.
yeah,
Never before.
yeah. Because
Someone could
anytime
always
somebody could always reprint or
more
do something, make more, or something like
or
that.
create more shells
Yeah. So
or find more gold.
that's also why I feel like
But
it's kind of taking a little bit of a stall because you've got a lot of people who want to invest and wants to get into Bitcoin, but the problem is that it's so high right now that they feel like they can't. So that worries me as well. Like myself,
high is all relative.
I wanted to invest in
One,
Bitcoin, but
one, one Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin.
yeah, it's what I'm saying, but I'll never have
Today,
enough for one
tomorrow,
Bitcoin. So
yesterday.
it's and the fact that I had 5 of
So
them
no
at one
matter
point.
what, in 10 years, one Bitcoin will equal one Bitcoin.
Yeah. So but that's I started anyways. I haven't done anything big. I put down $400 and I got Dogecoin. And I was
Bad
like,
move.
yeah, I know.
Bad move.
It went down really
Common
quick and
mistake.
I'm down to 300 on it already. So, yeah,
Bad move.
it's not a thing
Bad
that,
move.
and I did that Robinhood
And that's
stuff,
what
so
new
that's not a
people.
great thing anyway. So I pretty
That's
much
what new
considered that
people.
I considered it a test. I just wanted to see kind of what kind of what would happen if I tried it, and I gave myself a chance. I spent a couple weeks pay to try to just jump in there. And I chose the one that I thought because I kept seeing it in the news. I kept thinking, okay, well, this has got to
Because
go
the
up.
dollar amount was lower.
Yeah. So,
Because the dollar amount was lower.
yeah. So I
That's
thought
a
this is the
common
perfect.
mistake by new people.
Yeah, I thought this was the perfect one to jump in because it's low. I was like, I could buy it really low and then I could jump in. And then, if it has growth, then it has growth. If not, then, I'm kind of stuck where I'm at. So that's what I did.
Common mistake by new people.
Yep. Yep.
Everything else out there, other than Bitcoin, is garbage.
And that's why
Every other coin,
I definitely want to
millions of
try
coins.
Bitcoin. That's one of the things that I feel like is,
Well, you should do it as soon as possible.
well, I
Get
don't
rid of
have
that
the money to do it now.
Dogecoin.
So it's kind of like, if everything goes well, and I start to actually make
Yeah.
or generate money on one of these businesses that I'm doing, maybe I will jump back into it. But right now I feel like I've ruined my chance right now.
Oh, did you take out the money or something?
No, it's still in there. It's still sitting. It's not doing so well. I could
Get
look it
rid
up
of
right
that
now.
Dogecoin and buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, but I'd have to get rid of Robinhood as well because it's just, I don't know. I guess I did the wrong thing by going through Robinhood, or I don't know.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I've heard some horror stories on Robinhood that it's not you don't
Yeah, it's definitely not the best place,
right, like you don't
but it's
have
still
control over your
possible.
money. But it's like, it to me, I liked it because it meant that I could try something and they had access to all that part to make it easier for me to like get into it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, it's a platform and it's zero commission,
yeah,
so
yeah. So it wasn't
that's kind of cool. But
yeah, it wasn't a bad
if it's
idea.
not your fees, if it's not your keys, it's not your cheese, as they say.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So yeah, at some point
So,
they could screw me over, and
right.
I'm basically trusting them with my
Just say,
money. It's the
oh,
same
you
thing.
can't log into your account.
No,
Sorry, you can't log into
yeah,
your
yeah. At any
account.
point in time, they could do that. Yeah, that's what I worry about.
That's
So,
why self custody.
but see, that's
You
the
have to
same
have
thing.
Bitcoin.
No, but that's the same thing with Bitcoin, though. At one point in time, it's only worth what people allow it to be worth. So, like, let's say you could log into your Bitcoin, but there is no real place to like turn it in. Like, let's say all the places that you turn it in at just close down because they just decide, there's nowhere for them to go. So,
Mike, Bitcoin is a decentralized global network.
yes,
It
I
is
understand it.
instantly scalable. You
Okay.
can turn it into cash instantly
So, okay,
at the press of a button.
I understand that, but let's just say for some unfortunate reason that a comet hits a part of the earth, right? Like just a random thing. It kind of sends people into chaos.
Point zero
Do you think
0.01%
Okay,
chance.
yeah, I'm just saying
Okay,
this is just
are you
an imaginary game of
are you
just
gonna
what
live?
ifs. So let's
Are
say
you
that
gonna live in fear?
no, it's not about that. It's
In
about
fear of
okay, it's about the honesty
point
of your
zero
money.
one?
I'm being honest about my Robin Hood adventure, and I think that people should be honest about their money. If there is a situation where things get bad, can you access your money? That is the point that you need to know. Gold on hand is heavy. It's very, it's weighty. It's horrible to like move, but at the same
Yes,
time,
not very portable.
it's not great, but at the same time, it's always going to be worth something. Like we have kind of established that on
Yes,
Earth that
but
it
there's
is.
always inflation associated with gold. There's 2% more gold produced every year. There's no more
Yes and no.
Bitcoin produced.
You're right on that, but yes and no. I have recently found out that gold is very difficult to even deal with anyway because it's only worth what the person wants to pay for it. So like you have places around here, right? Like if you have gold, it doesn't mean that you like if it says okay, well, gold's up to like $1,400 an ounce or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to
Yeah,
give you $1,400 for the ounce. Like they will literally break that down, and then they'll tell you like, oh, it's only worth this right now, currently. They'll give you some
yes, and
excuse.
that aspect is completely eliminated with Bitcoin.
But I feel like it's the same thing though. Like if I wanted to get access to something in Bitcoin here where I'm at right now, there's nobody around here that like let's say I wanted to go buy milk with my Bitcoin. There's nobody around here where I'm at right now that deals in Bitcoin. I can't just turn it into milk. I can't do that. Like I have to go through a middleman who has to accept my plan of turning in this Bitcoin, and then from there he'll pay me out in cash, I guess. I'm not sure, but it still goes back to cash. You see what I'm saying? The transfer rate is
Yeah,
always back into cash. So no matter how you look at it, we have to
that's why we gotta
fix our cash, man.
encourage adoption,
That's what I'm saying.
and get producers and sellers to accept Bitcoin for their services
I agree 100%.
or their products.
100%.
That's hyper Bitcoinization.
And that part is what scares me. I mean, I'm sure it scares other people because I'm not even
But I'll just mention to you, there is a place where you give them your Bitcoin and they give you a gift card for whatever you want.
not around here.
So it's the website.
Okay, yeah. So there's a website, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if anything happens to the internet right now? Like, it just goes down. We had a moment over here, where, I mean, I'm sure you guys had it too over there, where you couldn't access, let's say, TikTok, and that was just decided because somebody decided they didn't want
Yeah,
TikTok to be a thing. So at any given point in
yeah,
time, the internet is not controlled by us, the people. Like, even though we would like to
yeah,
believe that it is, those towers belong to other subsidiaries. So at any point in
yeah.
time, they can decide, hey, we're just going to turn the internet off for this region, And you have there's no recourse. There's nobody we can talk to be like, hey, can you turn this back on?
Okay, this is what I have to explain in that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
TCP/IP is the internet protocol that everybody uses for the internet,
right.
for Google, for whatever on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the TCP/IP protocol.
Right.
Bitcoin is its own protocol. It's the Bitcoin protocol. So you can get onto the Bitcoin protocol without the internet.
Huh? Okay, now
and
that's intriguing. I've not heard of that.
That's because there are miners and node runners.
Oh, okay.
All around the world.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But no, that's still
millions.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but no, that's not accurate because they're using bandwidth in order to mine and to do the things that they're doing. So they still need internet access in order to be able to even turn on or operate the system that runs Bitcoin.
Yeah, to mine, yes,
but
to mine.
But that's even.
But to run
mining
a node,
is even,
no.
Listen, the mining is even part of the part where, let's say that they have to turn it on to even see how much Bitcoin you have. Like, it's all connected. It's interconnected. So it's multiple tier to tier to peer to peer, whatever, that makes it accessible, right?
Yeah, the nodes. So nodes are all around the world, ran by people. They're like $200, and they're easily ran by people.
Yeah,
they have a copy of the Bitcoin blockchain.
Right. And the only way to access that is you have to be able to get online, correct?
No. It's consensus. The Bitcoin protocol and all the nodes are in consensus. They're not communicating through the internet. They're using the Bitcoin consensus on the Bitcoin protocol. So the node runners will verify when a new block is created,
mm-hmm.
all of them, all the node runners around the world update their copy of the blockchain.
But don't they need...
That's called consensus.
Yeah, but don't they need to
called
access...
the Bitcoin consensus.
I mean, don't they need to access the internet just to get that consensus? Is what I'm asking.
No, the answer is no.
So how would they
the
generate
Bitcoin
that?
Protocol? The Bitcoin protocol.
So basically, it's its own type of internet, is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I didn't.
Exactly.
That's interesting. I'd have to look into that because I've never even knew that was a thing. That's awesome. So it's its own separate, basically its own separate internet.
Protocol. It's its own protocol, like TCP/IP, which is the regular internet that everybody uses.
So I have these devices that are called Meshtastic. Have you ever heard of that? Meshtastic?
Maybe. I think so.
I think I have them in my gear box. So they are basically, you build them yourself, and if the internet ever goes down, it's supposed to be a way you can still communicate from long distances. I have 2 of them. So just in case, if the internet ever goes down and there's some kind of a situation, I've got a bug out bag, all kinds of like gear, and I've got these 2 devices. Cool. Yeah, and you're supposed to put them together and make them. I still haven't made them yet, so a lot of good they would do me. I need to do that. But yeah, I do have them, but yeah, I need to get into that.
Well, that's definitely handy.
It is pretty handy. Like I will say that's a pretty cool thing.
The Bitcoin protocol can do the same thing. Yeah. You can instantly communicate with someone else on the Bitcoin protocol.
I mean, I have these, which are these little handy. They're basically little walkie-talkies, basically. And these things have different channels, and they're accessible up to like, I think this one's like 7 miles or 5 miles or something like that. It's a long distance, but I mean, That's pretty awesome. You know, when stuff hits the fan, you want to have certain things that are like that. You want
Yeah,
pieces of equipment that basically don't need to be accessible through like the internet and things like that. They need to be self-inclined and I don't know the word for that. They need to be like self-reliant, basically, on their own whatever thing.
right,
And
right.
for a person who doesn't like I'm not I'm not like, super prepper. I'm not like some guy who's like, really got stores of cash and food bank and all that stuff. I'm just a normal guy who, does this in my spare time. So I don't know.
Right.
I feel like I like the idea of Bitcoin. I think that it sounds really great. I'm just worried about it. That's all. As with other people too, I think.
Okay.
So,
So the internet thing is like 0.01% chance
right, right.
of that happening, similar to a solar flare happening, similar to a comet smashing the Earth. 0.001% chance.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to live my life in fear of that.
Yeah,
I'm going to
you're not wrong.
utilize technology to enrich human abundance.
But see, the only reason I brought that up was because the idea of switching from cash to that is the reason why I said that. It's not so much that I'm worried about this 1% chance that's going to happen. I'm worried about why I would give up cash in order to do that. And I understand the fact that people say
Because there's somebody
no. I
because
understand that
there's
part. I
somebody
understand
that
that
can
somebody could
get the
inflate it
feeling to press a button
and print more.
and digitally create more
I
money.
totally understand that.
You
But the
can't
problem is
do that
right
with Bitcoin.
now, as it stands, even though they have done that, even though they have printed more, we as a people have agreed that that is worth money. And we have made it to where
Yeah.
if you take that money to said person, you can buy goods and services right then and there on the spot. And that's important.
Yes, in the denomination that the dollar is.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, just having an access to, let's say, like, multiple stores of income, like a little bit of like diversity, basically, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of gold, a little bit of money, a little bit of coins, maybe a little bit of,
Yeah, if you wanna maintain your wealth, then
diversify.
diversity is good.
Right. Diversify is
But
definitely.
if you want to make money, you got to go in.
Yeah. You gotta go in
Diversity is to maintain.
I,
If you want to risk it to get the biscuit,
risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Serious.
I know you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I've been thinking about
That
that for a while.
is like, oh, scared.
That's why I said, man, it's so
Like,
hard. It's so hard to build things up, and then once you build it up, then you have to risk it all just to like get a little bit of an income back. Like if you put your money into a bank, which should be the way to get a good return, but it's not. It's sad.
Yeah,
It's sad to me that we, as the people, allow the banks to basically keep doing this to us. They have figured out that they can make money off of us, but we're not allowed to make money off of them. And I think that is.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
That's a joke.
That's why
that needs to go down.
Bitcoin is considered the greatest savings technology that has ever been invented, and that's why it freaks the banks out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why they're so scared of it.
Which is understandable
because it is
you can't control it.
Better savings technology.
Mm-hmm. So far, right now, what I'm seeing is that like banks basically will only allow you to get a percentage, which is like super small. Like the fact that life insurance actually produces more income, generational wealth than a bank will should tell you everything you need to know. That's, to me, that's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, savings accounts are
they're a joke. Like
if you really look into banking, they're really
they're a
most
joke.
ridiculous idea.
Yeah, Like
income.
none of it makes any sense. Like I have a credit union and their percentage rates are so freaking low, and they're actually pretty good in the
The
standard
same
of
exact thing,
it's a what?
0.04%
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
it's like super low. I don't even know what
Like,
it would be. I would have to look on there, but it's like
you know what Bitcoin returned in 2 years? From the beginning of 2023 till now. Do you know what the return of Bitcoin is? From the
astronomical right
beginning
this
of
second.
2023.
Astronomical.
Yeah, use Gemini or something.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second. I can ask. Let's see. We'll go to Google.
I'll
Talking
just tell
points.
you
What is it?
what
What is it?
from January of 23 to today, 500% gain.
Dang.
So if you say put $100 in, it would be 500 today.
Since 2023?
Yes. I was
Yep, you're not wrong.
after
Yep,
FTX
it's
collapse.
483.7%. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Good stuff.
Yeah,
you were on it.
that's a little bit better than 0.4%.
Yeah, than 0.4%. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That is good stuff, my man. Good stuff. You were on it.
So if you have your money in a bank, you're only perpetuating this system of stealing from the poor and giving it to the higher ups.
So in other words,
companies that are close.
So in other words,
companies
Robin Hood.
that are close to the printer.
So in other words, Robin Hood. You're literally you're stealing from the poor and giving it to the rich if you do it the other way. It's weird.
Well, I mean, like pharmaceuticals, military industrial complex, you know, all the governmental expenses.
Yeah,
that's all printed money.
Yeah, it's a weird.
They just print the money out.
It's like finding a common ground where people can actually put their money and their work together. Like you know how they've got like 401ks and different things like that. There needs to be
those are all fiat instruments.
Which is what I'm saying. What they need to do is they need to incorporate a Bitcoin option like that. Like it needs to be an option, like whether or not you want to do the 401k or do you want to do, let's say, a Bitcoin 101k. Like, you know, I'm just saying it as a joke.
Well, what I just heard about actually is a Bitcoin bond that they're talking about.
See, now we're talking.
And that's a pretty cool idea.
That is a very cool idea.
So, like, if you're to buy a bond, 2% of it would go to buying Bitcoin. And then in 10 years, when that bond matures, the value of that Bitcoin would be astronomical.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. I think that people around here, right, around everywhere, you have your select friend group that you hang out with, right? And I think that there should be leaders amongst your friend group that you trust, and then you say, hey, look, we've been friends for, let's say, 20 years plus, right? So like you say, okay, I'm going to put $100 with you, right? Let's say to grow this money. And let's say 20 of your other friends do the same thing. So now every, let's say 3 months, we're going to throw a little bit of money into this. Every 3 months, we're going to throw a little bit of money into this. It should go towards, like, you know, basically those bonds would be really great. That's a really great idea. If they had like a Bitcoin bond would be fantastic. And then, like, let's say every 6 months, they give
bonds in general are not a good idea in today's age.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's say like in
But
every 6 months they give out whatever the percentage is that's over. They pay that out to the people, and then you can like take because it's basically you should be able to double your money. That's what your goal is to try to do, right? Is to always try to double your money. So if let's say I put in $100 in 6 months time, I would want to be able to at least pull out 200 from this, right? Like,
okay, can I just tell you something real quick?
yeah, go ahead.
40% of all the money that's in circulation right now,
Mm-hmm.
40% has been printed in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's
So
gross.
2 years ago,
Yeah, that's gross.
the value you produced 2 years ago, 40% less. It's unbelievable.
But see, the problem
That's
with that is,
inflation.
like, yes, that is horrible inflation. But the problem with that is, no matter what you do, your money and your monetary right now, right? Even if you was to use Bitcoin, it doesn't matter because it all transfers back over to your home denomination. So if the inflation is bad on our American dollar, then it's bad on the inflation of Bitcoin as well, because that's how you transfer it back into. So that it won't matter one way or
That's
another.
not necessarily correct.
Huh?
That's not necessarily correct.
So how would you go? Let's say you wanted to buy bread, right, with your Bitcoin. How would you buy
Yeah.
how would you buy bread with your Bitcoin if you weren't able to like transfer it into American currency? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, the person who produced the bread
Right.
should be accepting Bitcoin
Okay, let's say he
because
does.
it's better money.
Let's say he does. He's still going to charge you for what an American amount of currency is, right?
Yes,
So there you go.
which
So no
will
matter
be
what,
Satoshi,
so no matter
which will
what, the
be
inflation will always be there. See?
in the price.
In the price, right? That's what I'm saying. So like no matter what, he's going to cover his own costs by the price. So even if you transfer your Bitcoin, which is freshly into Bitcoin, it doesn't take any of the monetary pitfalls or anything. When you still go to buy something,
Yeah,
you're still going to buy it from the currency that you're trying to get through, and that's going to be in, unfortunately, the higher, problematic currency, which is cash. And
yeah, but that's the thing. We have to get producers and sellers to be willing and able to accept Bitcoin
No, I mean,
because
100%.
it
I
is
agree
a
100%.
better saving technology.
I,
It's better for them. Why wouldn't they want it?
like I said, I agree 100%. I think I think that Bitcoin could be the absolute best thing that we have done. I worry that it's still,
Oh, there's no question it is.
yeah, but unfortunately, it's still regulated by the same issues and same problems that we're going to have with regular cash. And until we can solve our regular cash problems, the Bitcoin to me is just the same thing. It's just it's sharing in the hereditary problems of cash. So it's like
Well, one Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin,
right,
and
which
one
is great.
dollar does not always equal
That's
one
very true.
dollar.
That's very true. But your one Bitcoin, even though it always will be one Bitcoin, when you turn it in to whatever it
Or
is
one,
that you're buying, it will always be
or
the dollar
100
amount that you're
million Satoshis.
right.
One Bitcoin is 100 million sats.
Hmm. Okay, so there is a fractional point of the Bitcoins then.
That's the whole idea of Bitcoin.
Okay, so
It's broken down into such divisible amounts. There's 100 million Satoshis, it's called, in every Bitcoin. So if you're to sell half a Bitcoin, you're selling 50 million Satoshis. You get it?
yes. So one
That's one
Satoshi
of the
is
properties.
whoa. So one Satoshi is still It looks like $1,245.
No, no, no. You can get about 1,000 something satoshis for $1. That's what it's worth about right now at 100,000 Bitcoin. So you can get about 1,000 sats for $1
Okay. So okay,
when
this is saying for
Bitcoin's
10. Okay,
100,000.
that's why. Yeah, this is saying for 10. So basically for $10 you get 10,166 satoshis.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's with Bitcoin being at 100,000.
Right.
Now, if it's 10 times higher, you're going to get 10 times less. So that's why it's better to be early than late.
It's like a reverse
But the
pyramid scheme though,
technology,
right?
no, the technology is what it is, and it's better money. So it's not a pyramid scheme
It's like, to me it
because it's
looks like one.
better.
Like I'm sitting here looking at the way that they've got it wrote down. It's kind of like a reverse. It's got like, from 1 Bitcoin to 0.1 Bitcoin to 0.01 Bitcoin to 0.001 Bitcoin. And it goes bigger and bigger as it
Yeah,
goes across, you know.
yeah.
So it's like, it kind of looks like a reverse pyramid is what it kind of looks like.
Well, that's just the people that sell Bitcoin, the people that want to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it's knowledge, it's education.
That's what I like
So
about it.
for every seller, there's a buyer. And why is that? Because it's better technology.
Yeah, that's the part I like about it. I think the fact that it's new and the fact that it's able to like split down currency like that's impressive. I didn't know it could do all that.
Yeah,
So that
it's a lot
kind of does
better
change a lot more.
it's a lot better than 4/4 to $1.
Yeah, that seems like it. So, what do you think about this whole where they're trying to take away pennies?
Well, it actually costs about 3 to 4 cents to create a penny. So I don't see it as being that horrible of an idea. I mean, it
Just do a
definitely
roundup, basically.
shows the downfall of the dollar, shows that our currency is
Yeah.
diminishing in respect. But
I have a weird thought process on this. So my only so like I think that it will help in the long run as far as like getting rid of some of the issues that we have, but I feel like, okay, so
yeah,
if you're only talking about pennies, right? Then yes, it would save us money. But if you look at the rest of the currency that we make, like dimes, nickels, quarters, all that, certain ones are actually cost less than certain other ones, and the price offsets by that. So like it might only take let's say to make a nickel, it might only cost 2 cents. You see what I mean? So you
well, it costs 14.
14
Costs
cents?
14 cents to make a nickel.
Okay.
Costs
So,
about 3 to 4 cents to make a penny. Costs 13 to 14 to make a nickel.
so I'm wondering how
And
much.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How much does it cost to make a quarter? And hold on, let me look that up.
Probably more than that, I would think.
Hold on, we'll see here.
But again, Mike, I really want to thank you for doing this and
Hey, man, no
giving
problem.
me
This
this
is awesome.
platform to try and get my message and my knowledge out
I
there.
love having you on
See
here
if I
every time.
can
I feel
find
like I
the right
learn
girl.
something every time. So this is my
I need to
favorite
find
stuff.
a girl that's empathetic to my situation and wants to create an awesome life with me. I mean, down here in Hawaii. what could be better?
Okay, so coins cost more to make. Let's see. I don't need to sign up for this. Coins cost more to make than they're worth, and the U.S. Mint is looking for solutions. So let's see if it'll say. Here's the hang up. Making a nickel costs more than double what it's worth as of last year. Every nickel costs 10.4 cents to make and up to 40.2% from 7.4 cents
I heard
in
it was 14 cents.
So it might actually be more. I don't know when this article was printed, so it could be actually up there.
Right. See?
Yeah, that's
See,
wild.
monetary inflation.
So I'm wondering if there's
Prime example there.
time is always going to be it's always going to be involved with that. So that's what I'm kind of worried about. So so I'm wondering if all the coins all the way up have that same thing. So like if all of them are like that, then that's an issue, because then it's like, why would we even consider even making money if it's all going to be a waste anyway? So at that point, then you'd have to worry about it. But see, when you think about money, right, and the way that when you think about money and the way that it works, if you have to pay double just to make the thing that you're trying to make for a value, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you even continue that farce if that was the case? You know what I mean? Wouldn't make any sense.
Because the money's free. Because the money used to pay for the coinage is free.
It is, because that's what I'm saying. Like, that they have to go back and...
Yeah, that's really messed up.
Yeah, they have to go back and just basically print whatever they want it to be, and the money's just kind of coming out of thin air in a weird way, but which sucks. But at the same time, it's
accurate.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like we kind of understand that that's what it is. So it's like when we say that coins cost more to make than they're worth, I mean, technically that's accurate, but technically it's not at the same time. That's weird. I don't like that at all. I don't know. That's a weird one, dude.
That's another example of the fiat game, and just don't even play the fiat game.
You're not wrong.
Don't buy derivatives. Don't have a savings account. Save in Bitcoin. That's all you need to think about.
What do you think would happen if they did that? Like, let's say every American in the United States just decided tomorrow that they just were done playing that game and they all just switched over to Bitcoin. What would happen? Like, walk me through that.
That's called hyper Bitcoinization, and that's what's going to take Bitcoin to $1 million a coin.
So what would happen if that was the case? So you said it would cost $1 million per each Bitcoin?
Yeah, because there's going to be way more buyers than there are sellers.
Right.
Of this absolutely scarce asset.
Right. Do you think if that was the case,
only asset,
do you think the other meme coins would actually?
No.
You don't think that they would help, like, I mean, alleviate some of that stress or that pressure?
No.
So what is the purpose of the meme coins then? Meme.
What is a meme? It's a joke.
Yeah, it's like a joke, right? So it's not even a real.
Yeah.
So that's what I always kind of wondered. Like, okay, so when I invested in Doge the other day, like that's a meme coin, right?
A joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Okay, so that sucks. I have been taken. Give me back. I've been taken.
Lots of new people first buy Dogecoin.
I know, it's like
that's the first one that a lot of people buy.
And I think it's just because they see how the price is low.
The price.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And they just think
if you go to coinmarketcap.com, that'll give you the real story.
CoinMarketCap.
That'll really show you. CoinMarketCap.com. See where Doge is. Look at its market cap. in comparison to some others.
CoinMarketCap.com. Well, it's showing Kentucky. Why is it like these are ads related to it, but not actually the thing? Where's it at? Ah, here we go. Okay, so let's see. This stuff is always weird to try to like figure out what one's what. Good God, Bitcoin is at 98. Oh my God, 98,000.
Yeah,
That's insanity.
it really isn't though, Mike. You're getting
it's insanity
over
because it's
over.
okay. So Dogecoin is horribly
Just
down
the
right now.
dollar denomination that's kind of scaring you.
Yeah, it is.
That's not what you should think about.
Still makes me weirded out. So like, okay, so here's Dogecoin. Dogecoin is at 0.25. So basically a quarter
Yeah.
for one of them.
What's the market cap?
Market cap is 37 million, it looks like. Or that could be.
Compare that
could
to
be
another coin. I think it's billion.
Yeah, I think it's billion. Let's see.
Compare that to another coin.
I'm going to go back up and see if I can.
Not Ripple.
So Bitcoin is 1 trillion, 1.9 trillion. And
yeah, that's the biggest.
Okay, so that's the biggest market cap.
But compare Doge to like Injective or
so
like
one of the
CRO.
other, one of the other meme coins, you mean?
CRO.
Okay, so let's see. I see.
And you'll see Dogecoin is much, much bigger than the others, and that means the price. That's how price is figured out.
Now, I thought Shiba Inu was the same thing as Bitcoin.
Totally not.
Wow. I really see. There's another thing I learned today. I really thought Shiba Inu was Doge. I thought it was like their flagship. I thought Doge and Shiba Inu are the same thing, but they are not.
Shiba is a Doge competitor.
Huh.
It's
weird.
also a meme coin.
Yeah, theirs is horrible though right now. Their price is literally 0.00000001551. So it's like horrible. And the market cap on it is looks like 9 billion. So yeah, it's about so Doge is literally 37 billion. And it's at 20.
So Shiba has more room to grow.
I just feel like it's. So do you think Shiba Inu is actually valued more than what Doge would be then?
Look at the market cap.
I don't understand how that works. So like the market cap is like 37 billion on Doge, and then you've got
that's big.
And then you've got 9 billion on the Shiba Inu.
That's about a fourth. So it has that much more room to get bigger, to grow, where the price will go higher.
That's interesting. So circulating supply of Dogecoin is 148 billion, and it is 589
terrible
trillion for the Shiba Inu.
Yeah, you shouldn't compare those statistics.
Not the circulating supply.
Yeah, that doesn't compare at all.
That's weird. So like there's only 19.82 million circulating supply of Bitcoin.
Yes.
And the max supply is only 21. Well, so
yeah, so only ever be. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin ever.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Absolute scarcity.
That's awesome. That makes me like weirded out a little bit because it's like I don't understand the market cap for it.
Every other coin can be changed. Can be more can be issued.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, no. The inflation rate is set.
That is a weird one. Well, so anything else going on in your life right now?
Man, this is basically the main project I'm working on now. Trying to find a woman that wants to basically be in Hawaii, help me, and make life better. That's essentially it. But really, thank you for this opportunity.
No, man. Anytime.
I mean,
anytime, man.
technology is only a one-way street, so we're utilizing it.
I think that technology is the one thing that could save us from being stupid. But it's also the thing that could be our downfall too. So it's like a double-edged sword sometimes.
I mean, look at artificial intelligence.
I know. I think that artificial intelligence, I think AI could help us save ourselves. But I feel like immensely. But I feel like in the wrong hands, it could be a horrible thing as well. Because in the wrong hands, they're going to utilize it to make weapons. And that's where it gets scary. At least for humans, when we make weapons, we don't think about killing everyone. We kind of...
Yeah, but that's not something you should live in fear about.
No, I'm just saying.
It's already already out there.
Yeah.
The genie's out of the bottle.
Yeah, you can't put it back.
Look at Palantir.
Did you see Elon Musk wanted to try to buy the first OpenAI source?
Yeah.
He offered him a really low price, really, compared to what I think for what it can do.
That was just
it was like kind of just to see, test the waters. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was kind of just to test the water. But when you have that kind of money, I mean, really, is it a publicity stunt? Because if they would have accepted it, he sure would have bought it right then and there, I think.
He was a co-founder of OpenAI.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if he bought it outright, like, and it's his, then he could take it in places that he wants to take it, or he could like sue to slow down progress of other competitors, I think is the reason why he did it. But that's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a weird one. I think that,
well, we should connect with Brian on the next pod.
Oh, for sure.
And have another chat in.
Yeah, for sure. I love having him on. Talk to him
and
see
so
if
much fun last time.
What'd you say?
That was so much fun the last time.
I know, right? Like, yeah, just talk to him, see if he's willing to do it, and I'll make time anytime.
Yep.
So
okay.
And
so
for all of those people listening, put down your email address down in the comments if you're interested in meeting up with Aaron. We will be checking these, and he is excited to meet you. So if you got anything else to say, let him know it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening. And if you know a friend that wants to live in Hawaii and they're a girl, tell them about me.
Absolutely. And I hope we can get that worked out for you, man. I look forward to hearing good news on that. We're going to do more podcasts with you, and I think we're going to call that a night tonight. That was a good one.
Mike, thank you so much, man. You really allowed me to at least try and get my word out there,
No, I appreciate you coming on to the show.
Really appreciate that.
That's awesome. So
we'll be this again real soon.
Absolutely. So everybody out there, please share this video. If you're seeing this, please share the video. We're trying to get some help out there for Aaron. Yep. With that, we're going to call it a night. Thanks, man. Anytime you feel like coming back on, we will definitely set up another one.
Sounds great, bro. We'll be talking soon.
Aloha, my friend. Bye. Peace.
Aloha.